So let's get started with our Dotloop Refresher course by logging into Dotloop. First thing we are going to cover is the correct way to create and label a loop. And that is for ease of access on both ends at the front desk and for yourself personally. We are going to start with the address of the property. And after the address, we are going to add in our personal client's name. Does not have to be first and last name, whatever way is easiest for you to recognize that loop. Again, this helps when we are dealing with, creating files and making sure we have hard copies in the office. This will really help us make sure that we can access your loops and be in the correct loop. So when we're ready, we are just going to hit the Create Loop button. Now we are here in our loop, and underneath it we see a couple different selection items here, view details and select transaction type. We are going to select purchase and we're going to select pre-offer, and we are going to go into our view details page. Here we are going to reconfirm the address by making sure that it is in here. This will help us with our autofill for all of our documents that we are getting ready to put into our loop. So go ahead and make sure that that is correct. Scroll on down. There are tons of options here. You can put in your MLS number. You can enter the parcel number, financial information. For this case, we're just going to go ahead and pop in a number just so that I can show you how the autofill works. At the very bottom right, we're going to hit the Save button. A yellow bar pops up. It says Save Successful. We can scroll back up to the top of the page and head back to the loop. The Add People button and then start to plug in our buyer's information. Make sure to assign the role as buyer. You can add in any additional information that you want to here, and I opted to send an intro email. Just write a quick note to your client, welcome to Dotloop, and you are all set to go. And when you're comfortable with that, you're going to go ahead and hit Add Person. Now we're ready to add documents, and we're going to cruise back up here to the templates area. Here we're going to go into our respective office buyer's forms. I'm going to choose the purchase contract and hit the bottom button that says copy and hit OK. And we now see our contract in our loop. To edit that, all I have to do is click on the dark black words. So as you can see, the autofill allows us to make sure that we have selected roles correct, and you can go ahead and hit the autofill button, and that's how we're going to start to modify that. You can see that the price has been transposed into the contract from the details page. I'll save that. Okay, so the trick here is to go ahead and click on the loop directly instead of view document. As far as we know here, we will go ahead and pull just this top one. The consumer guide will work just fine. Do the ... beside it and go ahead and make a copy. You're going to choose flat PDF and copy to loop. It will prompt you to add in your password to log into your personal Dotloop account. Up here in the search bar, just start typing the name of your loop that you're trying to send the document to. And make sure we know exactly where we want it to go. Send that to the loop, hit OK, and we're going to go ahead and pop back into the loop, and there is our document. So we have just sent that over from another agent's loop, and we can see that it is signed at the very bottom. So now we can go ahead and add our own client's signature here, and go ahead and assign that signature, and go ahead and save and share as usual. So sometimes you have loops that you might have doubled up on accidentally, or you have an old loop and you want to archive it. All we have to do is choose the drop down, choose archived. The filter button up here at the top can sometimes be problematic. There are tons of ways that you can filter out active or archived listings. So in this case, I went ahead and filtered it to active only, and I typed in $48.99. and it won't show up for me. I'm like, where's my loop, right? So I'm going to clear all and filter. And then that will pull up all the loops that I'm looking for. And I can tell this is the one I want because it says purchase and it says pre-offer up at the top. Now we're going to email a document into this loop. So we just hit add document, email, copies it to our clipboard. We just pop over to our email, hit the forward button, paste that right there in the to area, hit the send button, toggle back over to our Dotloop. And in here, it will still appear like this. We're going to go ahead and refresh our page. Sometimes it doesn't show up on the first refresh. You can always hit F5 on your keyboard. And there we see RPD, PDF is right in there for us. All we had to do was email it. Submitting for review. Up at the top right, hit submit for review. Make sure you choose your folder and that it's a buying folder. You can even write a note to us. Here we wrote, here is my new buying loop. Thanks. And all you have to do is hit the submit button. There may be an area where you have to type in the address again. Just follow the prompts. So this is what it looks like to us when we receive that. And the way it appears at first is that you have all these documents to approve, and all we have to do is start by opening up those documents. Before you submit for review, make sure only the necessary documents are in the loop and available. Archive the ones that do not pertain to the deal as far as required paperwork. So then that way we can go ahead and go through those and either approve or return. All right, and that is all for the Dotloop Refresher course. And don't forget, our vendor days are coming up. That's going to be so much fun, and I can't wait to see you guys there. So have a good one.